again, Reverend Ezekiel, if you can hear me. Good to have you join to this conversation.
Yes,
All
I
right.
agree to all them. All
Great
right.
you too. Let me get your view on this because we have a story making a wave with social media saying that your Facebook accounts have been suspended and also maybe the information is there deleted over the posts you've made about the killing of Christians and how vocal Vebos you've been in talking about the insecurity in Nigeria. How true is that? How true is it?
One thing from Nigeria, they don't want the world to know what is happening in the nation because they have been doing that for decades, right from 2001. This thing, even before 2001, every time that we were killed, the media, the government, downplay everything. And this thing has been going on and on because they don't want me to say the truth. I've performed more than 70 times burying people en mass, partake in it. Whether one person that was killed by Fulani terrorists, or 3, or 10, or 20, or 50, 100, even the 500 people that were killed in one night at Dogona Hawa Gemburu. We were tired of carrying corpses. In fact, the blood of innocent people that were killed were all over our body. Just to make sure we carry them to the gravesite with the monument. In fact, there are different villages that these Fulani terrorists, Muslim terrorists, have occupied our lands. Over 200 areas in Plateau State. In Bromland alone, over 67 houses and villages evacuated. Talk of Bokos, Mango area. In Bokos, go down to Chatfed. In fact, it's not only when the is land grabbing and also committing genocide. When we look at genocide, what is the genocide? The real issue is that a certain group will do all that they can do to eliminate a certain group, whether ethnic or religion, based on different, to erase them completely. We have seen that. What is happening in Nigeria, it doesn't start from that time. Since from Ottoman Danfodio, 1804, he tried to move down to the south from the far north, conquering the Hausa people and imposing the Fulani people to rule over them. Some of the villages, based on history, they call them Banza Bakwai. They were moving like a tornado, wiping tribes that they agreed to join Islam. Tribes that agreed to join Islam, they spared them. But their leadership, their king, will be removed and placed down to Kwara. That's why Fulani is controlling Kwara. A jihadist movement. But here in Plateau, and anyway, we stood our ground. Our forefathers become a stumbling block to them. They couldn't move with Islamic movement to the south. Our forefathers gave their lives and they refused to join Islam. They fought to finish it until Danfodio is no more. Their successor could not succeed. And today the present generation have risen up. The hit that we are receiving today in the Middle Belt as a whole, we are receiving a hit that belongs to the south, southwest, southeast. We stopped the preacher that was moving down to the coast. Even Sat Amadou Bello came out and said the coast is his own boundary. He is reaching the coast. And my fellow Christians in the south don't understand the language. When we are finished in the Middle Belt, they will see him. And because we stood resistance, we stood on our ground, never to meet the northern ideology, because their ideology is barbaric. It's to subject you to become a slave to them.
Reverend,
they will never give you room to do anything.
Reverend.
And that's why I have to finish with it, telling you we have seen what genocide is all about.
All right, Reverend, I understand. I understand the passion with which you're speaking. You've buried a lot of people, friends, church members, and the rest. But I would like for you to take a minute and tell us some of those stories you've heard. You know, those are heartbreaking stories that you have heard directly. So maybe some Nigerians can feel truly what you feel, because some in some quarters have said, oh, you're just trying to draw international attention. You're just, you know, speaking for the world to see you. You know, it's not as deep as you say it is. That's what some people are saying. But tell us some of the stories you've heard from victims, those that have lost loved ones as well. Tell us a little bit more.
Those that I heard as testimonies, live and direct, there are ones that I experienced it personally. Because as the chairman of Regional Church Council of RCC Rock, I've moved from one village to another. Let me tell you, when Goodluck was on seat, they have to create the mosque, that's the Boko Haram, to unseat the president Goodluck because he's a Christian. Every village that is densely populated with Christians alone, Christians are majority in that village.
Okay.
Boko Haram head to that place. They come on Sunday. They separate the woman from the man, the female from the and this is what is happening. They will slaughter the male. This is a system of jihad movement right from the prophet.
Okay.
And this is how it started, that I've heard it.
Okay.
The women selected the women for their sexual urge, raping them. Those that were, then they moved to another village where Christians are many.
These are really horrible tales, I must say. But
I'm coming back. Just allow me to finish. I'm coming back.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm giving you the background. From there, the Christians relocated to the Middle Belt. Those that were able to keep the escape. When they came, we count them as Zang Secondary School in Bukuru, Jos Plateau State. Come and see testimonies. Some from Gwaza, the farm are taking over the hilly areas of Gwaza in Borno State. So now, if you see a Christian in the north, it's an urban area where there is security. But in the rural areas, let me tell you, my brother, if you find a Christian there is a slave, he has sold himself to them. Or a Christian that changed his name. I've seen that. Now coming to what to tell you about the king. Now they came to Middleburg, they started fueling it. They went to my village Bay. I was called and I had a call. Bay is a village in your local government. And when they invented the village, the first thing that they would do is to chant Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. When they chant that things, Allah Akbar, the next is sporadic shooting. That is the sound of guns. I don't know whether it comes from Iran or any place. They kill. And that night I wanted to move to that village, because it is my village where I'm from. They stopped me that I should not go. I may meet them on the way. I waited till 6 a.m. under tension. When I arrived at the village in the morning, it was 1 hour driving, around 7:30. What will I discover? The youth were coming and took me to my father's my house. I saw my grandmother. She was battered.
How long ago was this?
Her heart was removed.
Reverend, how long ago?
Her heart was removed.
Her heart was removed.
Her heart was removed, and the knife that they removed the heart broke inside. They used to show me that instead of me to support them so that they would defend themselves in the village, to look at it. My uncle at the other side, they say, come, follow them. Follow us. I followed them. They showed me the cup of my uncle. They remove his tongue. That's the life of Christian in Nigeria. They took me to my best friend's house. How
long ago?
They opened the door.
Did all of this happen? How long ago?
It was about 13 years ago.
13 years ago. So this has been happening.
Now I'm coming to. It has been happening since 2001. They took me to friend's house. What will I see? They opened the door. I saw my best friend's wife and her 5 children. The other one was at the back. They burned them alive.
Okay.
She died with her child behind. We have to gather them that day. The governor of Plateau State, right, Jonah Jan, came to the village. That is another one. Should I give you the testimony, eyewitness of Hurum village in Barkelnadi, where a Christmas Eve, it was a Christmas Eve. Nobody, there was no Christmas celebration. That's 2023. Let me tell you, it was war. Even the chief of defense staff came. Chief of army staff, they came. Come and see massacre. They organized machineries from the north, far north. They camped them in rural areas. They invented wild women. This is the analysis, statistics analysis of people that were killed and houses burned down.
Have you been able
and mass burial is also here.
Have you been able, which government agency or which government official have you been able to get audience with and present this book to? Which of them? And what was their reaction to it?
We did this in many copies. We distributed them. And they saw it. Look at.
Okay, you didn't walk up to any government official personally?
Yes, they came and visit us. They came. Different government officials came. And when we did this, we distributed them. Look at how these are all the lists of those that have been killed. We have this fact finding.
Can you name any government official or any agency that came to visit you that saw this booklet and went through?
When this thing happened, we have government officials that came. NEMA came. UNICEF came.
Okay.
And the government of Plateau State came.
Okay.
With foodstuffs Because that day, I have to mobilize vehicles. All members that have vehicles and fuel their vehicles will move down to the village. Even Block Industries went and retrieved. We asked for their trucks so that we go down to the village. We are busy evacuating people from one village to another to the city. Come and see my compound with over 2,000 IDPs relocated. I mobilized my members in the town. They have the food that they cook for Christmas celebration. They all took it, they didn't eat it. We are all mourning to the camp in my compound.
Okay.
That's where the people were able to be comforted on Christmas Day with the meat and everything, minerals. They brought it, water. We have to do everything to see that we at least, since yesterday, they didn't eat anything. And they were tracking.
Reverend, let me stay with you. In all that you have narrated and the way you interfaced with the government, I'm talking about the state government. Now you said UNICEF came, if I got you right. You said NEMA also came.
Yes, even in NEMA came. Okay. Humanitarian came.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how about the state government? Have they come? You said Jonah Jan came at some point.
In that my village, he came personally.
Okay, now when they come,
when he was the governor.
Okay,
when he was the governor.
When they come, what do they do?
When they came, they saw the situation on ground. They sent support for the village, because when the Fulani came, they loot everything from our own store, from house to house. They loot it and went away with it. Okay. To go and feed their machineries that they brought from other places. Rice, anything, they loot it away. So the government came and gave us relief in that time. And let me tell you something. The hands of the governors, especially even that of Benue and also Plateau State. Mufang, the present governor, his hands is tied.
Okay, okay.
Why? Because Islamic agenda have occupied the federal government. And if he did something, the next thing, Daria, former governor Plateau, did the same thing. The next thing, they put state of emergency on Plateau State because it's a Christian state. Have you ever heard that they put state of emergency in Borno? No, because it's a Muslim state. Even with the killing that took place in Baka area, nobody wants to show it.
Okay.
Chibok girl, were kidnapped. The same time, even last 3 weeks ago, they went to the village. 2 daughters of 2 different pastors in Chibok were kidnapped. They came the second time to Chibok. My brother, Christians in the north, we are just living with our face and eyes to heaven. Okay. We pray with each other and say goodbye, wake up and see each other in the morning, then we say thank you, Jesus.
All right, Reverend, I like the fact that you brought in what the government has done. And you also said that the present governor, Caleb Muftu, and that his hands are tied.
It's tied. Let's make the mistake that they will declare state of emergency.
Okay, now
the
state on its own, what has the state government done in terms of raising local security outfits like we have in some states, like the vigilante? Does he have any? Is he hamstrung? Is it that the House of Assembly doesn't want to approve of a security outfit, or what? Is it that he's unable to get approval for arms, to arm his own vigilante? What is the real problem? Do you think that he's under pressure by the federal or the state, central government or the security architecture not to do anything like raise an outfit that could combat these men? If not effectively, at least let there be some kind of pushback. I would like for us to understand why you think that his hands are tied. What in particular is the problem?
Let me tell you, his hands are tied. One, if he gave order that any machinery that is should be arrested oh, bastardizing, protect the people. They will say he's doing religious bias. While on the understand on the security, they will say they are not receiving order from the governor. It's only the federal government who give them order. He'll be running helter-skelter, begging that they should help him. They will look at him, we have not received directive. And these people will finish what they want. After they are finished, as seems, they'll call them. They call them that we have finished our job. Immediately, we see ourselves clashing with the security, blocking us not to reach Ruga area. Because our youths are angry, they want to follow them to their base. They'll be blocked. I've been saying it. I went to the general commanding officer in public.
Who blocks the youth? Who does the blocking?
The security. The security.
Is it the police or the military? The army or
both? Because it's a joint time, both of them. I can't select, and that is that. I've been saying it publicly, I've been saying it all and all. Even it led to Nigeria Army making a press release on my life. That I'm inciting people. As I'm talking to you now, they will say I'm inciting people. What sort of inciting? You know one side has a problem. You've refused to face one side. Those of us that we love peace, we supply peace, we are the victims. You'll be left with crying for your beloved ones, lying down, helpless. That is all you can do.
Okay, all right.
But when you say you are going to follow,
the last time you were on this station, we asked you about providing security for you, either from the state or central government, and you affirmed that, look, what level provided security for you? Now, what is the state of that security? Do they guard you? What do they, when you want to go out, do they escort you or what? What form of protection is that?
It's just a protection that maybe because they have put money on my head.
Okay.
Indeed.
The Boko Haram, the Islamic terrorists have put money on my head that any person that kills me first, he'll be rewarded.
Now, Reverend, do you fear for your life? I would like for us to get this. Do you fear for your life?
Fear for my life?
Yes.
If I fear for my life, I will not speak anymore.
Okay.
All
But I'm speaking because already I've followed death. To die is gain to me. To live is to say the truth. And who is the truth? Is Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
When you say the truth, you are confessing Jesus.
All right, Reverend.
Because Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody will see heaven, only through him.
All right, the president sent some emissary. The president sent some emissary to Plateau State, a peace emissary to Plateau State, so that they will find a way to resolve all the killings and every other thing happening. In that emissary, we have a Dr. Abiodun Esset, you know, being the person that was sent by the president. I also have the likes of El Buba, Prophet El Buba also participate in that peace emissary and talk. Can you help us actually tell us what happened to be the outcome of that? Are we seeing?
Let me tell you, it is El Buba, let me tell you, as from as spoken, things are calm now.
Okay.
I have not performed burial.
So you think the emissary sent by the president at this point that they are doing a good job and peace and normalcy will be restored to Plateau State and other parts of the Middle Belt?
And part of the Middle Belt. And down to the south. He went down to Kwara. He moved to Newman side. They have sent me their pictures of people that were killed.
Okay.
Even in Taraba. Immediately he make announcement that let them do. So now I've urged the weak to stand strong and defend the weak.
Reverend, now you are standing strong over there, and then you have your people with you. They are supporting you, and you're speaking the truth, like you've said, speaking the truth to authorities and the rest. But we hear some of your colleagues, I'm talking other reverends, other religious leaders, are saying that they're speaking more to prayers, that, pray for Nigeria, pray for peace and the rest. What do you think about that? And how well are you coordinating your people to also pray? Are you praying? Are you gathering people to pray over there?
And let me tell you, even as I was telling you yesterday, I was in Polynesia Church. They gathered people that prayed for me.
Okay.
In Abuja, and people are being mobilized. Very soon I passed an announcement that I need 300 men to go to spend 7 days on the mountain. They should not mind about their feeding. God is going to feed them. We are going to spend, and people, the caliber of people I've described it, people that they know they have never cheated their wife. People that they know that nobody has slept with them apart from their husband.
Okay, you're talking about men and women now.
Yeah. So 300 people they have started registering.
Okay.
We're going to stay for 7 days on the
300
mountain.
men
Praying.
who have never cheated on their wives and who have never had intercourse.
Oh, and those that have been living a clean life as a youth.
So, okay. And then you gather.
We are going to embark on serious 7 days prayer and fasting. And because the federal government came out and said there's no genocide, it just feels like crazy.
Reverend,
pregnant woman.
Now
pregnant woman. Listen, a buried pregnant woman. When the machinery came, they stabbed them with knife and they break their stomach. Look at Festus.
Those are really gory pictures.
I gathered it and buried it, and somebody saying that it is not a genocide.
I understand. Really gory pictures. It's really disturbing, I must say. Really disturbing to have these pictures, and these are things that you have had to see face to face. These are things that Nigerians, people, human beings, are going through. People have had to bury. I mean, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how terrible these things have been. But you also spoke about fueling vehicles, gathering people, mobilizing people, and all of that. And some people have been asking the question. So let me ask you the question that some Nigerians, some people have been asking. How do you get funds? How do you get funds? Do you have sympathizers from around, maybe locally or internationally, that support you with funds?
How I get my funds? Those that are destined for God to use them, they send support to me. And there are times that I will be invited to go and preach the gospel, crusade in another place. They get me honorarium.
Oh, do you get funds from any international body, individual, organization, country? Do you get funds from anywhere international?
No. Even as I'm talking, I was just doing a normal thing that I used to do, to shout, to scream out when I reach a burial ground of other peoples in other villages. I would just say that is the end. And with my salary they paid me, I invested in touching people's lives. And there's something I have nothing to church money until they give me.
All right, Reverend, now do you think, with the way things are now, like you said, I mean, since President Trump made the statement, you say there's been some sort of calm. Is it out of fear of America coming, or because the government, Nigeria's government, is handling the issue? And according to you, what do you think the capacity of Nigeria's government is to handle this issue of insecurity and displacement? And we're running out of time, but I'm trying to see how I can lump everything. I hope you will be able to answer. And also, how are those in IDP camps living? What is their status? How are they living right now? If you can, I recall all the questions, all at once. Go ahead, please.
Those in IDP have no more people in IDP camps. They have moved down to the village to go and harvest what they have for. They have farm. Even though the Fulani terrorists are pushing their cows into the farm, they eat it. All documented is in my Facebook. Transfer it. That's why I blocked the Facebook on Nigerian government doing something. Look at it. I just sympathize with this government, especially Bola Tinubu. The people that surrounded him, they are killing this man. Imagine who are the people that came out. There's no genocide. They say though Christians are being killed and also Muslims are also killed. Yes, that is a good statement. Do you know they have displayed their weakness, the irresponsibility of defending common man? So they are killing on Christians. They are killing. What did you do? It's irresponsible to the government. They are told themselves, and they are saying that they are being scared to every tribe, every religion. Okay, who is the president of the nation? Muslim. Who is the vice president of the nation? Muslim. Is that not enough? A genocide of the Christian all over Nigeria in the political war? Is that not genocide? Islam is taking over Nigeria, and Christians all over Nigeria are flipping. Nobody wants to talk. How long shall we continue to keep quiet? El Buba is talking very strongly. Ponente is speaking vehemently. Others are also talking that I cannot come. I didn't come to their knowledge. But what of the others? The big church leaders in the nation. Why are they keeping quiet? Do you know why? The Bible says we are the salt of the earth. Any person that lost his saltiness, there's nothing he can do. Islamic agenda is marching on those so-called Christians, pastors, brothers. They cannot speak because a salt is supposed to preserve Nigeria from decay. A salt is supposed to make Nigeria grow. When Christians are in leadership, you will see things taking shape.
Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, before we let you go, if you can hear me, before we let you go, beyond prayers, what else do you expect from the Christian folk, the church? What else do you expect beyond prayers? Let's have that, and then we'll let you go.
In fact, what I expected Christians to pray and also to make donation to support us, because there are many houses that is yet to be restored. People are still squatting in the city. And there are about 2 churches that are left. We didn't roof them. People are just worshiping under, because these people pulled down those churches to the ground.